And alhamdulillah, he taught us in a beautiful way. In fact, it was Sheikh Dawud who called me to Salafiyah, taught me what is Salafiyah. Now, alhamdulillah, that was my first experience. You know, he introduced me to the likes of Sheikh Al-Albani, to the likes of Imam bin Baz, Imam Al-Albani, Imam bin Baz, Imam Uthaymeen, Imam Muqbil. The first time I ever heard any of their names was Sheikh Dawud teaching us about these great Imams. And again, they were so outstanding. One would think that they had to have lived so long ago. And again, to my surprise, they were alive. They were, you know, alhamdulillah. So this was a very key moment in the history of Islam, a very key moment in the history of the people of the Sunnah in America, because this was one of the first times where the Sunnah was being taught. This was one of the first times when Salafiyah was being taught. The likes of Sheikh Dawud and Sheikh Abu Uwais, rahimahullah ta'ala, these were some of the pioneers in calling the people to Salafiyah in America. In America. And likewise, our elders, Abu Zainab Tawfiq was very active also in the 90s, calling people to Salafiyah in Pennsylvania. And he had called our brother Abu Muhammad al-Jamaiki to Salafiyah. And our brother Abu Muhammad al-Jamaiki likewise was very active in calling people to the Sunnah in Pennsylvania at that time. And I'm saying this because sometimes the narrative, when you listen to certain individuals, you know, names get omitted. People who are known become unknown. People who, their track record is known becomes unknown. People who were children, some weren't even Muslim at the time. Now they become the elders. You know, these young elders who myself and the likes of the brothers were mentioned are older than these individuals, right? So it's just important just to, you know, so people understand the narrative is not as they may have heard. But again, each of these questions, like I said, there's so much more that can be got into a depth and detail upon each. You know, so for that, I'll leave that one. I'll leave that one right there, inshallah.
Well, without a doubt, Sheikh Dawud Adib, I believe that his impact for those who are being just and those who are being honest as it relates to the spread of and the methodology of Ahlul Sunnah in the States, his impact is tremendous. But it's as you said, when these matters, especially as it relates to history and dawah in America, is brought up, it seems that Sheikh Dawud is omitted literally from history. I mean, I've saw a lot of different interviews, and he's barely brought up at any real point whatsoever. But his impact on the dawah was tremendous, especially with the audio that he had. I'm not sure what year that he did this particular lecture, but the Why You Should Be Muslim lecture that he did, that was the reason, by Allah's permission, for a lot of people entering into Islam. Entering into Islam. So we know that Dawud Adib's impact was tremendous. And so...
And if I may add on that point, not just for the common everyday Muslims, right? What Sheikh Dawud, I remember one time, and I'm not going to get into the names because some of these people don't deserve no airtime, just to be quite honest with you. But we were in the room one time. Abu Uwais was there, rahimahullah ta'ala. Sheikh Dawud was there. It was very embarrassing for Sheikh Dawud, right? And then many of the brothers who are callers, many of whom are still active until this day, calling people to Islam, who are known to be upon the Sunnah, right? They were there in the room. And somehow the question came up, what was the first time you heard about Salafiyah? So one by one, everyone started going around and mentioning the first time they heard about Salafiyah. And everyone in the room except Abu Uwais, rahimahullah ta'ala, they had mentioned that the first time they heard about Salafiyah was from a lecture of Sheikh Dawud. different lectures. You know, one person said, oh, it was this lecture I heard. The other one said it was this lecture I heard, so on and so forth. But everyone in the room mentioned Sheikh Dawud as the first time they even heard and come to know what is a Salafiyah.